Hello everyone, I'm Ian Hutch, and I am here with Rocket Boy, who will take on Zion Rotten at the Perfect Storm. And there's a lot riding on the line in this match. So Rocket Boy, I'm not going to try and stall or anything, I'll just get right to it. I know you got a lot of other stuff on your mind, so how would you describe Zion Rotten? How would I describe Zion Rotten? Well, you know what? Zion Rotten had a chance. He had a chance to be a part of history. He had a chance to make me Pentagon Wrestling Champion. He had a chance to be a part of that. He had a chance to be one of the reasons, one of the maybe smaller reasons, one of the maybe irrelevant reasons on why I would have been the next Pentagon Wrestling Champion. He had a chance at just getting the slightest bit of credit for that. And he had a chance at having this match that's happening between the two of us at Perfect Storm. He had a chance to make that match for the Pentagon Wrestling Championship. Because I am a man of my word, and this little thing that I had Zion Rotten in on, I told him if he helped me win the Pentagon Wrestling Championship, just help me win, just give me the upper hand a little bit. I promised him that he would be the first one at that Pentagon Wrestling Championship, but he blew it. He blew it. Have you been training yourself in collegiate wrestling at all? Have I been training myself in collegiate wrestling? Rocket Boy needs some training and then he's done. He trained himself to get to where he is right now. And champions, winners, don't need to train. I don't need to train to get better. Because it's almost impossible for me to get better than how I am right now. I've never fought in a collegiate wrestling match. I don't understand this idea of collegiate wrestling, but like I've said before, I don't care. I don't care about collegiate wrestling. I don't need to train, I don't need to study it. I'm just gonna show up and I'm gonna get the job done. Zion Rotten has a lot more riding on the line in this match than you do. Do you have a certain instinct that drives you to win this match? A certain instinct that drives me to win. Who's more driven in the PWF than Rocket Boy? Who's better in the PWF than Rocket Boy? Just like training, I don't need to train and I don't need some sort of instinct to win. I could beat Zion Rotten with my hands tied behind my back and my eyes closed. I don't care about collegiate wrestling. I don't need a certain drive to beat Zion Rotten in collegiate wrestling. I don't care about Zion Rotten in general. And to be honest, I don't really care about this match. I don't. Just one final question here. A lot of people have said that you're not really focused on this match, but that you're more focused on Mobius. How do you respond to this? Yeah, I'm more focused on Mobius, because Mobius has what I need. Mobius has something that belongs to me. Mobius has my Pentagon Wrestling Championship. And I made personal attacks against Mobius. I'll make personal attacks against anybody who has their hands on my prize. Zion Rotten doesn't have anything. Zion Rotten doesn't have anything I want. So I'm just going to walk right through Zion Rotten as if he didn't exist in the first place. I'm going to jump over Zion Rotten as if he's some hurdle that is irrelevant in my path to victory. Mobius has what I want. I want Mobius. And I've said many times that I deserve to face Mobius, but we don't acknowledge that in the PWF, do we? That's the thing about the PWF, Ian Hutch. We don't acknowledge the obvious. Just like lots of people have said, oh, Rocket Boy and Ian Hutch look very similar, but we don't acknowledge that. Because you, just like anybody else who gets compared to Rocket Boy, everybody thinks about it, and on second thought, they think, I can't compare anybody to Rocket Boy, because nobody's on his level. You're not on my level, Ian Hutch. Zion Rotten isn't on my level. And if Joe Macho ever gives me what I want, and that's my rightful shot at Mobius's Pentagon Wrestling Championship, you'll find out Mobius sure as heck is not on Rocket Boy's level. Rocket Boy is out of this world. And speaking of out of this world, and speaking of not acknowledging the obvious, let's acknowledge the obvious right now. Turn off this freaking green screen. We're not in space. Everybody knows it.